All right, good evening, baseball fans, and welcome to the Brevard Sports Network live from the beautiful campus of Rockledge High School here at Raider Field, where tonight it is part one of rivalry night here in the county. Tonight we got the Rockledge Raiders and the Merritt Island Mustangs. I'm Caleb Brown, and I'll be on the call for this one. Alan Slaughter-Zinski will have the call for the Viera Hawks and Melbourne Bulldogs from USSSA Stadium. But here we are to write another chapter in this great rivalry between the Rockledge Raiders and the Merritt Island Mustangs. At one point, these two teams were in the same district and competed for multiple. And that's not even a strong enough word to describe how many district titles these two schools have competed against each other for. The Mustangs and the Raiders, as we're announcing lineups, we'll go ahead and give you the starting lineup for the Merritt Island Mustangs and the Rockledge Raiders when they all come up to bat and take the field. Just letting everyone know, neither coach has posted any stats online, so I do not have any stats for either coach. The point of tonight's game is being able to show this one, being able to show Rockledge and Merritt Island to all the folks at home who can't make it out here on a beautiful night for baseball. The clouds are clearing out. That sun is just setting as it's near 6 o'clock. And, I'm working the camera. I'm doing the commentary. So, I'm going to do the best I can for folks, and I hope you get to enjoy the game. Tonight, yes, we are broadcasting through a net. Typically, we don't like to, but this is the best opportunity you're going to get to see everything. Look, you're going to see everything out there in left field, out in right field, and straightaway center, as we are straight behind home plate. Now, I'm going to go ahead and mute the mic as they go to do the national anthem when we come back. Rivalry baseball right here on the Brevard Sports Network. All right, folks, here we go. The national anthem's been done. The lineups have been given out. We are ready to play some baseball. I'd like to say hello to Benita Holland, my former athletic director. And now I run into another familiar face. Good old Tony Hines, my former principal. For those who don't know, I am a graduate of Rockledge High School, class of 2015. And I had the distinct pleasure of doing video for this Rockledge Raiders baseball team through some great years in which we had so many great players, such as the Drew Parishes, Mason Studstills, Kevin Clanton, Trevor Payne, Gavin Spinweber, and there's so many that I could name. And I'm going to let you know right now, there's going to be some stories shared of my times here. But most importantly, you're going to see another chapter of this great rivalry. Let's go ahead and set the defense for you for the Rockledge Raiders. Starting with, on the bump, Cade Davidson. His battery mate is catcher KJ Jones. Over at first base, we have Bryce Turner. Over at second base, Second base is number 4, Alexander Duncan. And I'll get you the rest of the lineup as they come through. First up to bat for the Merritt Island Mustangs, number 4, Rylan Diaz. So we're going to zoom in a little bit here. Davidson delivers the first pitch. In there, down Raider lane for strike 1. Again, folks, I will reiterate, I have no stats for either team, so I'm just going to call what I see and give you the best broadcast that I can give you. Davidson comes to the plate. In there for strike 2, and Diaz down a quick 0-2. Here to lead off the game here. Davidson shaking off a sign. Comes, and that'll be sharply hit to the shortstop. Throws over to first. No, he don't. He will eat it and take the single. Shortstop is Jacob Phelps. It took a little bit of a slower hop than I think he was anticipating, and came up, realized, you know what, it's better just to eat it and go get the next batter. So Diaz gets on the single. Runner on first, nobody out. Now up to the plate, number 44, Noah Knight. In there, painting the corner for strike 1. Davidson coming out aggressive here tonight. Kicks and delivers. That one's going to be fouled off for strike 2. Quick 0-2 tonight. Of course, the last time you saw these Mustangs was last Friday night. It's for Team Viv night, playing against O'Galley, which they picked up a 3-2 victory. That one will be a chopper foul. Count will remain 0-2. Diaz taking a small bit of a lead, not too much, as you see at the corner of your screen. And that one missed. A little bit of a waste pitch there. Count is 1-2. Knight looking to battle here. Trying to do something with Diaz over at first, as Davidson will check Diaz. Davidson delivers the 1-2, and that'll be a chopper over to second. Over to Bryce Turner for out number 1. Will advance the runner on the fielder's choice. And with 1 out, that'll bring up back to the plate number 6, Nick Wimberly. Wimberly playing the shortstop tonight. Also another powerful arm in the rotation for the Mustangs. However, taking the bump for the Mustangs tonight be Kade at a 2A. But don't rule out the possibility that you might see Wimberly on the mound. Davidson deals, and that's a strike 1. Runner on second, 1 out. Here in the top of the first. No score. Davidson checks on second. Comes to the plate. And it missed. Folks, I can't tell you where it missed. All I know is that it missed because he called it a ball. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Runner on second. To Wimberly. Wimberly with a chopper over to third. He's going to take the sure out over at first. And there's 2 outs with a runner on third now for the Mustangs. Coming up next to the plate now, number 15, Jacob Loeffler. He'll be playing first base tonight for the Mustangs. Davidson, 2 outs, relying on his defense, but pitching aggressive, and I like that here. Tries to come inside, and Loeffler fights that one off. Count is 0-1, 2 outs. Rylan Diaz over at third base. Can Loeffler strike first blood here in the top of the first? Thought about it, but that bat never left the shoulder for strike 2. 0-2 count, 2 outs here in the top of the first. Rylan Diaz over on third. The 0-2. In there for strike 3. So after letting up one hit, Cade Davidson strikes 1 out and lets his defense do the rest of the work for him. We head to the bottom of 1 with your score, 0-0 here from Raider Field. All right, here we go. Go ahead and set the table for you for the Mustangs. On the bump tonight, Kide Atatui, his battery mate, is Tyler Mully. Over at first base, we have Jacob Loeffler. Over at second base, we got Nick Wimberly. Shortstop, we have Rylan Diaz. Out in the outfield, we have Torin Dunnigan out in left. Noah Knight out in center. And in right field, Asher Anderson. So we'll see what Kide Atatui has up for the Rockledge Raiders. Raiders managed by Coach Greg Claiborne. And here we go. Leading off for the Raiders, number 1, Jacob Phelps, the shortstop. And let's see if the Rockledge Raiders have any better luck here in the bottom of the first. Get added to in there for strike 1. Next due up for the Raiders is Alexander Tilton and then Cade Davidson. Those are the first 3 up. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Quick 0-2 count here. And that one's going to be a dribbler over to second. Over to first for the out. That'll be a quick 4-3. For out number 1. Alex Tilton next up to bat for the Raiders. He's out in center field tonight. Kide, first pitch. Low for ball one. Low and inside there again for ball two. Count is 2-0. One out, nobody on. And Kide just keeping up pace here. That's going to be a chopper back to Adetue. Adetue look over to first. And will pick up out number two over to Jacob Loeffler. And 2 quick outs here for the Rockledge Raiders. Next up is the pitcher. We're having the pitcher-to-pitcher matchup early here. Cade Davidson, the next batter in the box for the Rockledge Raiders. To the first pitch. Couldn't catch that one. That one's going to be a ball. Tyler Mully couldn't get a grasp on that one. Just dropped out of the glove. And that's a strike. It's called just caught the corner of the plate. One and one, 2 outs. Nobody on for Davidson. And he went right back to that same spot. This time it's called a ball. 2-1. That one's going to be a chopper to shortstop. Over to first. For out number 3. So 3 up, 3 down for the Raiders in the bottom half of the first. We'll see what Merritt Island can do heading into the top of the second. Your score, 0-0. All right, we head to the top of inning number 2. Davidson had 4 batters come to the plate. 1 got on by a fielder's choice. And up to the plate for the Mustangs is Dean Hanselman, who will take ball 1. Hanselman awaiting the 1-0. Low for strike 1. Looked a little low on my part, but then again, count is 1-1 here in the top of the second. That one is upstairs for ball 2. 2-1. Three and 1 now here for Hanselman. Due up this inning is Hanselman, Mully, Anderson. And that one's going to be driven out to right center field. and handled by Joshua Silberzon. Silberzon for out number 1. Bringing next up to the plate, Tyler Mully. So the first pitch here to Mully, catcher. That one inside, just caught the corner of the strike zone for strike 1. Davidson, and that one's going to be fouled off, and that one might just still be playable. And nope, over the fence. And it's a foul ball. Quick 0-2 count with 1 out here in the top of the second. Waits, kicks, fires. And that one will be line foul. Still 0-2 with 1 out, nobody on here in the top of the second inning. Tyler Mully having a battle here. Went down 0-2 very quickly. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Got him to go low and pull the golf club out. However, still missed the ball, and it's a quick 2 outs for the Raiders. Next up to the plate is number 22, Asher Anderson. So Cade Davidson so far with 2 strikeouts on the night. And they say that one's just out, just inside for ball 1. And then that one just down Raider Lane for strike 1. Count is 1-1, 2 outs here in the top of the second. Nobody on. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Count is quickly 1-2. Here, Coach Claiborne saying, "Be a wall." That's what you got to do here. Swing and a miss for strike 3 for Cade Davidson's 3rd strikeout of the night. We head to the the bottom half of the second inning with your score 0-0 here in the beautiful campus of Rockledge High School. I'd like to remind you, everyone, that tonight's game is being sponsored by the Marcus May Foundation's golf outing. One of Brevard County's favorite sons continues to give back to his community and help, and you can help. Please join former Holy Trinity, University of Florida, and current New Orleans Saints standout Marcus May on May 6th at the Durand Golf Club for the Marcus May Foundation golfing outing. For more information and to register, please visit at www.marcusmayfoundationgolfouting.com. I'll tell you more about it as the game progresses. Caden Jones, the catcher, up at the takes ball one, swings and a miss for strike one. Count is 1-1 here. Due up here this half inning is Caden Jones, Joshua Silberzon, and the DH Dalton Ruth. That is strike two. Count is 1-2. Swing and a miss, and KJ Jones will go down. Next up to the plate for the Raiders, number 24, Joshua Silberzon. And Silberzon looking to try to get something going for the Raiders. Merritt Island has had one base runner so far. Rockledge has not been able to get a man on base. And he swung at that one low with his golf club. And it is a quick 0-1. Swing and a miss. Quickly down 0-2. Getting him to chase that down low pitch. And that one outside, little chase pitch. Count is 1-2 with one out. Nobody on here in the bottom of the second. And still continuing to try to swing and hit that low pitch. So it's right there at the borderline of the strike zone and being just out. Out of two-way, thinks he can get that spot consistently. And what a curveball for strike three. Quick two outs now for the Raiders. And next up is number 23, Dalton Ruth. He is DHing for Bryce Turner, who's playing first base tonight. That one outside for ball one. And Ruth trying to start a two-out rally here. And again, the Raiders think they can still reach that pitch that's just teetering on the strike zone or a ball. Out of 2A. Swing and a miss for strike two. That counts now 1-2, two outs. Nobody on for the Raiders here in the bottom of two. The 1-2. Tried to get him to chase one out of the strike zone. So we have our first Deuces Wild situation. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the second inning. The twos are running all the way wild. And that one fouled off. The crowd getting into it here as the Raider faithful. And Dalton Ruth calls a timeout. He's trying to disrupt this rhythm that Adatue's in. And gets a hit off that low one. Over to first. Safe! And he beats out the throw. That's a hit. And so Rockledge gets a man on. Number 14, Landon Norton, coming up to the bat, hoping to continue this little rally. Landon. So the Raiders get a man on base. Can they do anything with it here? With 2 outs. And Adetue is going to start off there by checking one Dalton Ruth. And that one's outside for ball one. Count is 1-0. Bottom of the second, 2 outs here at the plate. In there, Landon Norton. Count is 1-1, 2 outs. That one low for ball two. Out of 2A, the 2-1, and that one's going to be hit directly to second base. Over to first for one, and that rally will be killed. Rockledge gets the first hit of the game, but can do nothing with it. We head to the top of third. Still no score here from Raider Field. Again, this broadcast is brought to you by the Marcus May Foundation Golf Outing. One of Brevard County's favorite sons continues to give back to his community, and you can help. Please join former Holy Trinity, University of Florida, and current New Orleans Saints standout Marcus May on May 6th at the Durand Golf Club for the Marcus May Foundation Golf Outing. There are over a dozen ways you can sponsor it as a company and several ways you can help out as an individual. So join Marcus and a roster full of current and former Florida Gators professional athletes as you enjoy a wonderful day of golf, contests, and team competition. That's the first annual Marcus May Foundation Golf Tournament on Saturday, May 6th, 2023 at the beautiful Durand Golf Club. All funds will support the Marcus May Foundation, a 5013C3 nonprofit. The Marcus May Foundation is dedicated to creating opportunities for the youth of Brevard County. For more information, visit them online at www.marcusmayfoundationgolfouting.com. Mustangs coming to bat. Asher Anderson at the plate. And he'll look at strike one. Check that. It's not Asher Anderson. That's Romeo Tornga, DHing for Atatue. And he gets a piece of that one, and it will go foul. Quick 0-2 count. Seems to be the theme of the night for both pitchers. Davidson staring down Romeo Tornga. And that one will get just over the shortstop for a base hit. Merritt Island's first hit of the night. And Merritt Island with a leadoff single here to start the top of the third. Next up to bat, Torin Dunigan. And Dunigan looking to do something here as head skipper Dan Widener gives the signs. And that will be in there for strike one. If you see a spam link, do not click on the links. You are obviously watching the stream for free right here. Don't need to go anywhere else. Davidson delivers the 0-1. And a bunt attempt there. And the bunter does his job. Dunigan does his job, moves the runner over to second, 1 out. As we head back to the top of the lineup, number 4, Rylan Diaz, coming back to the plate. He got on a fielder's choice last time. And Diaz calls time. Trying to throw off the timing for Davidson. And Davidson's first pitch in there for strike one. Apologize for that. Just trying to breathe here a little bit. Checks the runner at second. And he will get a piece of that one, and that one will drop in for a base hit. And here comes the play at the plate. Out! Tried to stretch that one. What would have been runners on first and third with one out just became a runner on first. Great throw out there by Joshua Silverzon to hit the cutoff man. And KJ Jones to apply the tag. 2 outs. Here in the top of the third. Play like that can be huge for momentum. Davidson can put this batter away real quick and try to get him to chase. Ball one. And that one will be fouled against the netting. Count is 1-1. 2 outs, runner on first. So the Mustangs have 2 hits this inning. And Torniga got thrown out at the plate. And that one will catch the corner of the plate. Count is 1-2 with 2 outs. Runner on first for Noah Knight. And Doonigan, check that. Diaz getting checked over at first. And that one's going to go straight up the middle. Oh, are you kidding me? I thought he was going to make that. I thought he was going to make that throw, and that was going to be an amazing job if he did. Runners on first and second, 2 outs for Noah Knight. Check that, Nick Wimberly. Nick Wimberly. So the Mustangs now threatening again this inning. And that one is in the drop strike for ball one. Runners on first and second. 2 outs. The 1-0 to Wimberly. And he'll chop that over to third. And he will step on the bag for the third and final out. So the Mustangs tried to get a little aggressive on the base running, and it did not play out in their favor. We are headed to the bottom of the third, scoreless, here from Raider Field. All right, we head to the bottom of threes with no score. The Mustangs, at one point, would have had runners on first and third with one out, but instead tried to get aggressive on the base pads, and, well, it didn't pay off in their favor. Alexander Duncan at the plate for the Raiders. And again, if you've been following this rivalry, this rivalry is built on plays like that. We've seen plays like that where getting aggressive on the base pads has worked, and we've seen it lose games. And the 1-1 is chopper to third. Throw over to first is out number one. And next up to the back is Micah Cheatham hitting in the 9 hole.
Next is number 5, Micah Cheatham.
And Cheatham looking to try to get something going for the Raiders. The Mustangs put 3 runners on base and still came up with nothing. Raiders got their first hit in the last inning. And Claiborne so they're going to call him safe. Claiborne got an argument, and so it's going to go down as a hit. Runner on first, nobody out. As Dan Widener is asking for an explanation on why the call changed. Widener not happy with the call, but nonetheless, Rockledge now has a runner at first with no outs. Micah Cheatham at the plate. Kide is going to check on Duncan, and he gets back safely. Bottom of the third, no outs. Runner on first, and Cheatham looked to bunt, and catcher Tyler Mully checking over there on Duncan. The 0-1. And Cheatham trying to bunt down the first base line, and it will go foul. So the 0-2, and Cheatham still bunting, gets it down the first base line, and Cheatham does his job moving the runner over. So with one out, now we head back to the top of the lineup. Number 13, Jacob Phelps.
Next up is number 13, Jacob Phelps.
And Phelps went down swinging last time. Added to a fires, swing and a miss for strike one. One out, runner on second. Alexander Duncan, the base runner, standing over at second. It's a shortstop from Merritt Island trying to keep Duncan from attempting a steal, trying to play a little gamesmanship back there with him. That pitch outside, ball one. Count is 1-1, 1 out. Runner on second. Swinging and a miss for strike two. And that one will be fouled back. And we will remain at 1-2 count. 1 out. For Phelps. Phelps calls the time. Now, see, this is the difference now between the high school game and the MLB. In the MLB, there's a pitch clock. How you doing, Coach Carter? And Jacob will look at ball two. Count is 2-2, 1 out. Raiders have their first threatening run sitting over at second base. Alex Duncan. Not even really going for a lead. And Phelps will take a time. And Mully's going to go out and talk to Atatue. Two balls, two strikes, 1 out. Runner at second. That one low for ball three, full count. Good at bat here for Phelps. Swing. Chopper. And did he pull him off? No, he stayed on the bag. Duncan will stay at second, 2 outs.
Next up for the Raiders is number 11, Alex Tilton.
Alex Tilton, for his second at bat, will sit and look at strike one. Count is 0-1, 2 outs. Duncan sitting at second base. That one, they say, caught the corner. Quick 0-2. 2 outs. Out of 2A. There's a chopper over to the second baseman. Those over to first for out number 3. So another inning where both teams have runners in threatening position. One takes a base running gamble. The other leaves a man stranded at second. We head to the top of 4 with your score. 0-0 here from Raider Field. Looking for something to do on Saturday, May 6th? Why not come on out to the Marcus May Foundation golf outing? Join Marcus and a roster full of current and former Florida Gators players and professional athletes as you enjoy a wonderful day of golf, contests, and team competition. That's the first annual Marcus May Foundation Golf Tournament on Saturday, March 6th, 2023 at the beautiful Durand Golf Club. All funds will support the Marcus May Foundation, a 501c3 nonprofit. Marcus May Foundation is dedicated to creating opportunities for the youth of Brevard County. For more information on how you can sponsor as a business or sign up a team of 4, log on to www.marcusmayfoundationgolfouting.com. And for the Merritt Island Mustangs, Jacob Loeffler leads off the inning. And he will chop that one foul for strike one. Again, this is part one of rivalry night here in Brevard County. Alan Slaughter-Zinski out at Melbourne and Vieira from USSSA Stadium. That one high for ball one. Count is 1-1 here in the top of the fourth. Strike two. Count is 1-2. Davidson looks, delivers the 1-2. Swing and a miss for strike three. And that is out number one and strikeout number 4 for Davidson on the night. And next up to the plate for Merritt Island, number 16, Dean Hanselman. Sets up just low for ball one. No score here in the top of the fourth. 1-0 pitch. Swing and off the screen for strike one. Count is 1-1. You know, folks, I'm not going to lie here. This is pretty awesome to be here broadcasting from Rockledge. Had a lot of good memories here with some amazing people. Swing, and he'll look at strike two, Will Hanselman. You know, unfortunately, one of those people no longer here with us, Steve Green. Had many a laughs and back and forths with him at this field. 1-2, and that one outside for ball two. Seen a lot of great players play on this field. And that's going to be a shot out to center, and that'll be a hit. And a single here for the Mustangs. So Hanselman gets on base and put himself on for number 14, Tyler Mully. One out, runner on. We've seen Davidson get out of a jam early here. And a timeout called by Mully. And that one will be hit out to right field, and it will get down. Mully with a single. Hanselman thought about going to third, but you know what? Coach Widener said, we took one gamble. It did not pay off for us. Let's just play it safe with one out. So Hanselman and Mully come through, and now we have Asher Anderson coming to the plate with one out. Runners on first and second. Coach Widener over here having a conversation with Anderson. Loeffler struck out to start the inning, and now 2 hits have gotten 2 Mustangs on. Anderson looking to try to do some damage here with one out. Davidson checks on the runner at second. Comes to the plate. Fouled back across the screen for strike 1. There you see the fastest man in the land there, Buster Beal. And they're going to try to pick off the runner at second. And that will advance both runners. And runners now at second and third, one out. You know, look, again, this rivalry has been about, you take chances, base running, you try to do some things to steal some momentum, and sometimes it works in your favor, sometimes it doesn't. Davidson comes to the plate. That one fouled. Count is 0-2. One out, runners on second and third. The 0-2 pitch. And, folks, it missed. I don't know where it missed. All I can tell you is that it did miss. Count is 1-2. Now Anderson. Hanselman on third. Mully at second. Anderson on the 1-2. Looks at strike 3, and that's 5 strikeouts on the night for Cade Davidson. Next up is number 2, the DH, Romeo Tornga. And Tornga with an opportunity here still to do some damage. 2 outs. Got to be careful. The 0-0 pitch. Low for ball 1. What a beautiful night for baseball. The 1-0. That one in there for strike 1. Count is 1-1 now. Tornga awaits the 1-1. And that will be a chopper over to second. Throw to first. And a bobbled. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score for the Mustangs. And the Mustangs jump out to a 2-0 lead here in the top of the fourth. That was just a routine play. The ball just got skipped over to first, and unfortunately, Bryce Turner could not handle it, and the Mustangs get on the board 2-0. Here in the top of the fourth, 2 outs. And that pitch in there for ball 1. And they're going to try to pick off Tornga. Now at the plate, Torin Dunigan. Thought about swinging at it, and he's kind of kicking himself now for not taking a full swing at it. Count is 1-1, 2 outs, runner on first. 2-0, Merritt Island on top. And that one bounces in the dirt for ball 2. And that's going to be a chopper over to third. Over to Turner. And that throw will not be there in time. Runners on first and second. And KJ Jones is going to go have a chat with Davidson. So the Mustangs score 2 and have 2 back on base. Runners on first and second. 2 outs. You know, and if there's one thing that, you know, if you know Coach Claiborne preaches the fundamentals, the plays that you can make, you got to make them. And that one will be hammered away foul. Back at the top of the lineup, Rylan Diaz back at the plate. Davidson to Diaz. That one missed for ball 1. Count is 1-1, 2 outs. Davidson, the 1-1. Low and outside for ball 2. Davidson, the 2-1. Make it 3-1. Count is 3-1. Runner at first. Diaz. And Davidson steps off to check on the runner at second. And that one they say missed, and bases are loaded. Next up to the plate, number 6, Nick Wimberly. And an opportunity to deal some more damage this inning. Everywhere you look, you see a Mustang. Can Davidson battle his way out of this? Pulls the third baseman in line with third base. That one outside for ball one. And the Merritt Island dugout now really getting aggressive here. Swing and a miss for strike one. Check it, it's not Wimberley, it's Noah Knight. I skipped right over Noah's name here on the lineup. That one inside of the strike zone. Raider faithful don't care for that call. 2-1. That one catches the corner. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runners on base. Deuces are extremely wild. What will be the turn card here? And that one outside, full count. Bases loaded. Top of 4, Mustangs lead 2-0. Noah Knight at the plate. Davidson on the mound. What do they do here? Davidson delivers the full count, and that one will be driven into the gap into right field. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score. And they're going to send a third. 3 runs scored. And it's 5-0 Merritt Island on a 3 RBI double. Merritt Island has opened it up here in the 4th inning. And Noah Knight. And Claiborne's going to head to the mound. And he is pulling Cade Davidson. I mean, that was just a nice piece of hitting by Noah Knight. Took it to right field where Claiborne had him shifted more out to left. And he just put it where nobody was. Not much you can really do. Just as a batter, you made contact and made the right amount of contact there. So we'll get you the new pitcher on the mound for the Raiders. Number 22, Clayton Cooksey. And, wow. What an inning for the Mustangs. And, you know what, while he's warming up, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to catch a drink myself. We will be back with, let's see, next is Nick Wimberley. Wimberley coming to the plate after these warm-up pitches. All right. Clayton Cooksey is the new pitcher for the Raiders on the bump. Pitching to Wimberly. Swing and a miss for strike one. And Wimberly gives this one a ride out to right field. However, it will be tracked down by Silberzon. And that will end the inning, but not before the Mustangs put 5 on the board here in the top of the fourth. We head to the bottom of 4 with your score. Mustangs 5, Raiders coming up to bat. Again, I'd like to remind you about Saturday, May 6th, the Marcus May Foundation Golf Tournament. It's a beautiful, beautiful day. All the funds and proceeds go to the Marcus May Foundation as he continues to give back to his community and help create opportunities for the youth here in Brevard County. There are over a dozen ways you can sponsor as a company. The Marcus May Foundation is a 501c3 nonprofit. For more information on how to register or even become a sponsor, visit them online at www.marcusmayfoundationgolfouting.com. Again, that's www.marcusmayfoundationgolfouting.com. You know, it's going to be an interesting offseason here in the NFL. It'll be interesting to see where University of Florida and Cocoa Tiger, Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, lands. Will he stay with the Eagles? Will the Eagles re-sign him? Will he be in another team to start the 2023 season? Juwan Taylor still currently with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Jamel Dean, a free agent, was with the Bucs for their 2020 Super Bowl. Yeah. Cade Davidson at the plate for the Raiders 0-1. And there's going to be a chopper back to the pitcher. And Adetuwe throws to first for out number 1. You know, and speaking of, you know, Rockledge Raiders, Antoine Green had a nice outing at the draft. Be interesting to see where he goes. I'm a Bucs fan, so I'd love to see Antoine come play for the Bucs, and you know, to be able to cheer on a fellow Raider that I had the privilege to watch play football here at the Rock. Be interesting to see if Jayshon Corbin can make the roster for the New York Giants. And there's a chopper to third. And 2 pitches and 2 batters down. Next up is KJ Jones.
Up next is 24.
Check that. JJ Silberzon. Lost where I was in the lineup for a second. And Kide Adetuwe just continuing to just do what he wants at the plate. That one outside. Count is 1-1. Swing and a miss. Check that. It's a foul tip. Count is 1-2. To JJ Sobrzon. And Sobrzon's going to take a timeout. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Trying to get Sobrzon to chase there. Another deuces wild situation. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And hesitated on that one. And it's a full count. Nope. And that one will be a chopper back to Adetue. Adetue fumbles with it and gets the third out. 3 up, 3 down for the Raiders after Merritt Island has exploded here in the fourth. The Raiders go up 3 up, 3 down. We head to the top of 5 with your score. Merritt Island 5, Rockledge 0. You know, and my time here, Rock, I got talking earlier, got to see a lot of great baseball players play on this field. Drew Parrish, who's getting his starts out in the Cactus League for the Kansas City Royals. He got had his debut a couple of days ago. Got to see Drew Parrish. Got to see his brother Brett Parrish, Mason Studstill, Gavin Spinweber, Trevor Payne. You know, and even players from Merritt Island that came and played at this field. Members of the Beardall family. I had a chance to watch both Dennebergs, both Brady and Mason, play on this field. So, you know, when you talk this rivalry, you talk families that have played in this game, and I attribute a lot of what I've learned about the game to Greg Claiborne and pitching coach Tom Mandillo, who kind of took me under their wing a little bit and, you know, gave me a chance to still stay involved. I used to do videos for the pitchers and for Rockledge, their pitching videos, their batting videos. I did a game film for them, thanks to Coach Tom Mandillo, and I could never repay them for the amount of great times I had, the friendships I developed. You know, again, got a chance to meet a lot of great people. Jackson Park, who tuned into the broadcast a little bit ago. Just all around good time. Took me down to my first trip to the Keys on a spring break baseball tournament. And Cooksey starts out strong with strike 1. Jacob Loeffler at the plate now for the Mustangs. He swung at it, and it's quickly strike 2. Clayton Cooksey. Merritt Island knocking out Cade Davidson in the fourth. And that's 3 straight pitches. One out. Next up to the plate, number 16, Dean Hanselman. Dean Hanselman started what was a great inning for the Mustangs in the fourth. That time, Cooksey gets him to swing at strike 1. The 0-1. That one high, ball 1. Count is 1-1. Folks, again, it missed. I don't know where it missed. All I know is it missed because that's the way he called it. Count is 2-1 with one out here in top of 5. And that one will be fouled back. Count is 2-2. And that one bounced in. Full count. You know, had another opportunity to see another great guy that I got to watch play on this field, Brady Martello, member of this coaching staff. And that one is ball 4. So Dean Hanselman will head to first base, bringing up Tyler Mully. Hanselman on first, Mully at the plate, one out. That one catches the corner for strike 1. That one low and outside for ball 1. Count is 1-1, one out. Runner on first. Tyler Mully at the plate. And trying to get Hanselman at first. Unsuccessful. Wasn't his best move, though. Just kind of letting him know, I see you over there. To the plate. In there for strike 2. Count is 1-2. Again, not his best move, just trying to keep Hanselman right there at first. Telling him basically, you're not going anywhere, buddy. That one outside. Count is 2-2, one out. Mustangs up 5-0. Scored all 5 runs there in the bottom of the 4th, or in the top of the 4th. Excuse me. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Got him to chase up high. And with 2 outs, runner on first, up to the plate comes Asher Anderson. And Hanselman thought about it. KJ Jones said, you better get back to your base there, buddy. Anderson awaiting the 0-1. And that one in the dirt. And Jones deciding just to eat it. Give the runner the base. Focus on the batter. 1-1. Hanselman over at second. And that one will be popped up to the shortstop, who makes the catch for out number 3. So 3 down on 1 hit, no errors. 1 left on. We head to the bottom of 5 with your score. Merritt Island 5, Rockledge 0. All right. Dalton Ruth, the DH, coming up to bat here in the bottom of the 5th. Due up this half inning, Ruth. Duncan and Cheatham. Nope. Swing and a miss for strike 2. It's Ruth, Norton, and Duncan are the 3 batters due up this half inning. That one off the catcher's knee. Count is 1-2. Over to first, and that one's thrown away. And Ruth gonna take second. Well, give him the hit.
Next is Landon Norton, number
Give him the hit and advance on the error. Alexander Duncan. Landon Norton up to plate. This is Rockledge's opportunity here to chip away at this lead. Got a runner on second, no outs. Norton. And they say the ump says it caught the corner. It's 0-1. Count is quickly 0-2. Norton's got a battle here. Swing and a miss. And there's another strikeout for Atatue. 1 out, runner on second. Alex Duncan comes to the plate. And Kide checking on the runner at second. Swing and a miss for strike one. As Ruth stands on second. Duncan swing and a miss. Strike two, quickly down 0-2. Swing and a miss. And that's another strikeout for Kide Atatue. Micah Cheatham at the plate now with 2 outs. And Dalton Ruth on second base. And that one outside for ball one. Swing and a miss for strike one. Count is 1-1. 2 outs. Ruth on second. And that one tipped back to the backstop. Count is 1-2. 2 outs. He's got a battle here. And he will hit this one to second base. And he will beat out the throw. So Cheatham on first. Ruth on first and third. 2 outs. And Jacob Phelps with an opportunity to do some damage in this inning. Can Phelps do it? First and third. Ruth on third. Cheatham on first. Jacob Phelps. And curveball misses for for ball one. And that one will be roped foul. Count is 1-1. 2 outs. Runners on first and third. I like the idea. Trying to go opposite field here. And they're going to try and just checking on Cheatham there. And that'll be a chopper to third base. Throw over to first for out number 3. So the Raiders threaten, however, cannot put a run across the board. We head to the top of 6 with your score. Merritt Island 5, Rockledge 0. Pitching change for the Rockledge Raiders. Bryce Turner moves from first to the mound. Turner delivers the first one, and that one is fouled back. And up at the plate is number 2, Romeo Tornga. Turner fires. Outside, ball 2. Count is 2-1 here in the top of the 6th. And that one is fouled and will hit the road as tons of kids go searching for that one. Turner, 2-2. And that one's low and in the dirt, 3-2. Kicks, fires, and that will be a dribbler over to shortstop, throws over to first. And gets the out. So 1 out for the Raiders. Next up to the plate. Torin Dunigan. Dunigan. Swing and miss for strike 1. Turner trying to settle in. That one in the dirt. Ball 1. That one fouled off. Count is 1-2 with 1 out. Nobody on for Dunigan. And that one is looped over into right and will fall. So the Mustangs get 1 aboard. Torin Dunigan gets on, and that'll send us back to the top of the lineup with number 4, Rylan Diaz. Swing and a miss on a pitch inside for strike 1. Turner tries to get him to chase outside. Count is 1-1. 1 out. Runner on first. Trying to check over there on Doonigan. Diaz, chopper over to third, and that one will scoot out for a hit. Runners on first and second, now sending Noah Knight up to the plate with one out. Noah Knight had that bases clearing 3 RBI double back in the fourth. And he will get hit. And the bases are loaded with one out. And Nick Wimberly coming to the plate. Can Wimberly add to the damage here? Bases loaded, one out. Turner's pitch in there for strike one. That one outside, ball one. Count is 1-1 here. And that'll be a hit. Second for one. And on the double play, great job by the Raiders getting out of that jam. Hitting it to the shortstop, tossing over to second, over to first for the double play. We will head to bottom six as the Mustangs strand 3. Mustangs lead 5-0. Again, I'd like to tell you about the Marcus May Foundation and their first annual golf outing, which is a fundraiser for the Marcus May Foundation. There are over a dozen ways you can sponsor as a company and several ways you can help out as an individual. So join Marcus May, a roster full of current and former Florida Gators and professional athletes, as you enjoy a wonderful day of golf, contest, and team competition. All funds support the Marcus May Foundation, a 501c3 nonprofit. The Marcus May Foundation, dedicated to creating opportunities for the youth of Brevard County. For more information, give them a call or find them online at www.marcusmayfoundationgolfouting.com. Again, that's www.marcusmayfoundationgolfouting.com. As the theme song for Friends blares across Raider Field. And Kide Atatue still on the mat. No, that's not. Is it? Is it? Yes, it is. That 8 looked like a 6 there for a second. Kide Atatue coming back out for his 6th inning of work. Will manager Dan Widener let him go all the way? We will see. The Raiders are looking to get something.
Number 11,
Alex Tilton. To start off the inning, it's Tilton, Davidson, and then Caden Jones, KJ Jones, rounding out the top three that are due this inning. In there for strike one is Atatue. In there for strike two, as Tilton has sat and watched two pitches. Swing and a miss for strike three and out number one. That's another strikeout for Kide Atatue. And Cade Davidson still in the lineup. Got knocked out in the fourth inning, but see if he can do something here at the plate. And he looks at strike one. And the umpires in the stands don't care for that call. That one was low for ball one. Count is 1-1 with one out. Nobody on. Swing and a miss for strike two. That one in the dirt. Ball two. Count is 2-2. One out. And that's a tip. Catcher couldn't hold on to it. Count is 2-2 still. And he will watch that one. And another strikeout for Kide Atatue.
Next for the Raiders is number 8,
KJ Jones coming to the plate. Deuce myself. And here we go. Two outs. Outside for ball one. Swing and a miss for strike two. That one outside for a ball. Count is 2-1. And the count is now evened up at 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Deuces are wilder than Hulkamania. Swing and a miss for strike three. Kide Atatue strikes all 3 batters to retire the side. No hits, no runs on no hits. We head to the top of inning number 7. No? We head to the top 7 with your score. Merritt Island 5, Rockledge 0. All right, we're back here, top of 7. Mustangs lead 5-0 as new pitcher for the Raiders, Austin Munchbach. Huh? Hannah? Checking here to get the correct name here. Pitch popped up. And the young man will make the catch for out number 1. Check that. It's Mr. Canada at the mound. They had him listed. Caden Canada. Okay. So Canada retires the first batter here in the top of the 7th. Dean Hanselman, next one at the plate here. Like to welcome in Davin Widener to the broadcast. Mustangs are leading 5-0 over the Raiders. Davin Widener currently up at Ole Miss. Canada kicks. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Mustangs broke this wide open in the bottom of the 4th inning. And that one high for ball 1. Count is 1-2. 1 out. And that one will be fouled off. Count is 1-2. 1 out here in the top of 7. Again, Allen's at USSSA Stadium, broadcasting Melbourne and Vieira. Rivalry night doubleheader. That one will be given a ride out to center field. And caught for out number 2. So 2 quick outs here by Caden Canada. Next up is Tyler Mully. Check that. It is Tyler Mully. And that one will be given a ride. That one to right center field. And that's 3 up, 3 down for the Mustangs. And the Raiders down to their final 3 outs. Can they create any drama? We'll find out. We head to the bottom of 7 with your score. Mustangs 5, Raiders with work to do. All right. The Raiders down to their final 3 outs as J.J. Soberzon comes to the plate. Raiders got a lot of ground to work to make up. First starts with just getting somebody on base. That one inside for ball 1. Strike 1. Count is 1-1. And that's going to be chopped to out of 2A. Fires, and that one's going to be thrown into right field. Silberzon goes to second, and where he will stop.
Up next for the Raiders is number 23, Dalton Ruth.
Next up is Dalton Ruth. So he will reach second base on the error. Will Soberzon. And Kide checking on Soberzon over at second. But hey, Rockledge Raiders got a base runner. And he's in scoring position. No outs. And that one will go up to second. Did he get his foot back on the bag? Yes, he did. And advances Soberzon to third.
Next batter is number 14,
Landon Norton. Now up to bat. 1 out. Soberzon at third. That one low for ball 1. Kicks and delivers. That one's going to be a chopper over to third. And gets out number 2. A run will come aboard for the Raiders. And it's 5-1.
J.J. Silverzon with the run. Number 4 is Alex Duncan.
Alexander Duncan now up with 2 outs. Nobody on. And that'll be chopper foul. Out of 2A. In there for strike 2. Raiders down to their final strike. And that'll be a chopper out of 2A. Grabs it, fires. That one's going to be thrown away. And that is the second time that has happened. Alexander Duncan will be on base.
Up next is number 5,
Micah Cheatham up to the plate now. 5-1 here in the bottom of the 7th. 2 outs, runner on first. And they're going to go have a conference at the mound. All right. Continue to have the conference on the mound. Atatue trying to go all the way here for a complete game. Steps off the mound and takes a breath. 2 outs. Runner on first. For Micah Cheatham. Cheatham trying to extend this game for the Raiders. At 1, called outside for ball 1. And that one will be fouled off. Count is 1-1, 2 outs. Swinging and a miss for strike 2, and the Raiders are once again down to their final strike. Count is 1-2, 2 outs. Runner at first for Micah Cheatham. Kide Atatui. And that one will get foul tipped, and Cheatham doing his best Bee Gees impression. No, folks, don't close out the stream yet. I won't sing. I don't need all the complaint messages. Caleb did damage to my ears. Strike 3, and Cheatham falls, and Kide Atatue with a complete game. And the Mustangs pick up a 5-0 victory. I'd like to thank everyone for tuning into the broadcast. I'd like to thank Coach Greg Claiborne and the Rockledge Raiders for allowing us to come broadcast. For the Merritt Island Mustangs, for the Rockledge Raiders, I'm Caleb Brown. Once again, your final score, Merritt Island Mustangs 5, the Rockledge Raiders 1.